Twitter Blue subscribers are some of the most insufferable people on the internet. They willingly paid for something so fucking stupid and inconsequential, like a blue tick next to their name on Twitter, and they think they're hot shit for doing so. Or, in some cases, are deluded enough to think shit like this. This motherfucker paid for Twitter. No, I didn't pay for Twitter. I paid for free speech. I paid for 1776 to commence again. I paid for the Founding Fathers' vision. I paid to tell Silicon Valley to go screw itself. I paid to show support for a man who put himself in the line of fire for the First Amendment. I paid because we support our own. I paid because if George Washington was alive, he'd be paying too. So next time you say I paid for Twitter, just realize how ignorant, or ignorant depending on your preference, you sound. And then this ignoramus followed up that masterpiece of cringe with, the left is so triggered because they know that for $8 a month, Elon Musk gave us America back. So keep trying to laugh it off, knowing that you lost power. We'll keep winning. I didn't pay for Twitter, I paid for free speech, and George Washington would have too. First off, and I hope this is obvious, but if you have to pay for quote-unquote free speech, then that is not real free speech, because at least in my opinion, the concept of free speech means everyone is guaranteed an equal playing field. If you have to pony up some money in order for your voice to be more likely to be heard, then that spits in the face of the concept of free speech. And where does that leave everyone else who decided to not pay for Twitter Blue, which makes up like most of Twitter? Are they denied their freedom of speech because they decided to not shell out money to one of the richest men in the world? I guess so, according to this dude, and a lot of other people who subscribe to Twitter Blue. I hate to break it to you, but you're not hot shit, nor are you doing a great service to the world by ponying up $8 a month for something as fucking useless as a blue check mark next to your name. Because that's pretty much what you're paying for. What the fuck else does Twitter Blue offer besides like a 5,000 character limit, which makes your tweets so horrendously fucking long that it makes people not even want to fucking read them. And I've seen some of the dumbest retorts from people who sub to this bullshit. What, you don't have $8 to spend? Are you that fucking broke? No, I'd rather spend my $8 on something that is at least a little bit more worthwhile than a stupid blue tick next to my name on Twitter. That blue check mark is nothing more than a pat on the back for people who want to feel special. I'm sorry, blue check mark or not, you're still at 50 followers on Twitter. And perhaps I shouldn't be saying much because I only have like 70 followers on Twitter, but the difference here is I don't give a fuck. I don't need a blue check mark to make me seem official or to feel better about my irrelevancy. If you need a blue check mark for those reasons, then you desperately need to log the fuck off the internet. And here's another really stupid retort I've seen from someone else who is subbed to Twitter Blue, of course. People complain about paying $8 a month for a blue check mark. Meanwhile, they'll pay for streaming services that only has like one show or one movie they care about. Okay, let's say that HBO Max, or Max as it's soon to be called, whatever, only had one show that I cared about, which absolutely is not the case. It's still my favorite streaming service, despite Discovery's bullshit, but let's not get into that here. And a lot of HBO shows are some of my favorite shows of all time, but anyways, let's say that HBO Max only had one show that I gave a fuck about. The Sopranos, which is my favorite show of all time. Realistically, I would just watch The Sopranos before my free trial is up so I won't get billed, but let's just say I did stick around to pay for HBO Max so I can watch The Sopranos again and again. I still see more value in that because I have access to all 86 episodes of the greatest show of all time, and each episode, on average, spans from around 50 minutes to an hour long in length. I don't feel like doing that kind of math on the fly, but even someone as inept at math as myself knows that is dozens upon dozens of hours of entertainment right there. I'd rather pay for that than pay for a stupid fucking checkmark that brings no value to my life whatsoever. And at least to me, if you're equating paying for a blue checkmark every month to paying for a streaming service every month that you don't give a shit about, you're kinda conceding that paying for that blue checkmark every month is just throwing your money away. So good job at making such a compelling argument to pay for Twitter Blue. God, these people are so dumb. Ever since Elon made it so Twitter Blue subscribers are prioritized in replies under tweets, I, for the most part, stopped reading tweet replies because now, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see some of the dumbest fucking takes be the top replies under tweets. And I posted this little theory of mine onto YouTube the other day, but it bears repeating here. I guarantee you that Elon made it so Twitter Blue subscribers are prioritized in replies under tweets because he got so tired of being dunked on in the replies under his own tweets. Because now if you look at Elon's Twitter replies, it's a fucking echo chamber. Everyone is just coddling him, telling him how much of a genius he is, how amazing he is. And he's such a fragile man, baby, that him doing this would not be out of character whatsoever. So I'm 100% convinced that is the reason why he prioritized Twitter Blue subscribers and replies under tweets. Fucking pathetic. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.